Well, hello, I'm Big Machine, and welcome back. Um, Thank you for 100 subscribers. I did not expect that whatsoever, but I mean, here we are. And of course, I mean, it's not like crazy YouTube numbers. Like, I'm not getting like over a million or anything like that. I'm not getting, but I'm doing this for fun. If people like it, then cool. We're chilling. I'm just a small town gal. I don't know. Well, anyways, so today. You can see this little 440 behind me, or like a relatively large looking 440, like an American staple, right? Of course we've got our four little leading wheels, our pony truck up here, and then our four drive wheels up here. And of course that means it's under wet notation. You have two wheels on each side, or sorry, one wheel on each side, right? Well, in this instance you have two. Whatever, you get what I mean. Um, do want to preface as well? I'm a little bit sick. So my voice sounds a little bit deeper than usual, then that's probably why. Um, but anyways, yeah, so here we have our lovely little 440, and wait a minute. Well, oh, uh-oh. Is this two 440s? What do we got here? Okay, so let's step forward a little bit here, and oh, that's not a 440, that is the Pennsylvania Railroad T1. Pranked. So, yeah, this is what we'll be doing today. I usually don't like doing large locomotives like this, but for the sake of milestones, I thought it would be fun. I'm gonna take off my choker there. I did just go and get ice cream. I have my lovely little strawberry milkshake here. Mm, 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 mm. Phenomenal. All right, so the Pennsylvania Railroad T1 is a behemoth of a locomotive. It's not the largest in the world, but it is by no means the smallest. I actually have a model of it right here, specifically of this iteration, with, of course, the what were the iterations? The little footsteps up front, with it without it being like a full just break up front here. Um, yeah, no, lovely train. Of course, I will be using the model for a little bit of reference in case I do end up needing it. I probably won't, but we'll see. The T1 is, of course, a creation, a partnership between the Baldwin Locomotive Works and the Pennsylvania Railroad. I think it was Baldwin, right? But of course, after the sort of success, sort of failure of like the S1, the 6446 duplex that they built, they wanted something similar to that that would um, let's see, how do I put this? They wanted something similar to that that would be more of an upgrade. Because one of the main issues with the S1, well, two of the main issues were that for one, it was too long, and for two, the lengthy wheelbase came not from the drive wheels, but mostly from the trailing and leading trucks, which each were 6 wheels. Typically, with most locomotives, that maxes out about 4 wheels, just for stability reasons, right? And yeah, so here we have the T1, which is essentially a shortened and redesigned S1. Um, and it's a phenomenal locomotive. They were relatively free steaming. They worked very well. The only real issue was that it um, became kind of a maintenance hog after a while because they all had the Caprati rotary poppet valve gears, which if you talk to Teacup at all, he fucking loves those. But mm, for a lot of his lifespan, it did have those, and eventually they moved on to Walshart's valve gear because rotary poppet is very expensive to maintain and such, and this is just generally easier. Um, but previously, the Pennsylvania Railroad mostly used, or I think the last passenger locomotive they designed was the Pennsylvania Railroad K4, which I'm sure you'll recognize from the first video that we did on this channel, which is right up here. Yeah, these little K4s, right? And they're not that little, right? But I mean, I have a model of one of these too. But it's just a little 462. It is a Pacific class. Um, Lovely locomotive. I am a huge fan of this one, but unfortunately, they had me using those. to the point where they were getting fully outclassed because they had such long passenger trains and such long, heavy workloads. Um, they ended up needing just more, right? Because they ended up double heading them on several trains, and that ended up being an issue because you had to. So, okay, with diesel, right? With a diesel locomotive, you can essentially connect them up via a cable, and you only have to put a crew in the first one, or in only one of them, and that's cheap. It's effective. It works, right? Whereas with steam, you unfortunately have to crew and maintain each locomotive individually as you're operating them, and you have to whistle signal or use radio to communicate exactly what you are doing with the other engineers. Um, and it's not undoable, right? It's not doable because uh, this was a very common practice in railroads. They would double head trains, and like I know specifically on the Lickey Incline in the UK, they double-headed, I think it was 9,400 panniers, 9,700, 9,400 panniers with Ginties or even 9Fs, as well as like the Big Bertha. Um, and like they had upwards of like 3 to 4 of those because they just needed to get these heavy trains all the way up this hill. Um, yeah, no. So the T1 essentially, duplex, blah, 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 blah. Fast passenger locomotive meant to replace the K4s. Like, not outright replace them, of course, right? Because the K4s were still very prevalent up until the end of steam, but they were meant to supplement them in the heavier trains, essentially, right? Because they were old, they were kind of outdated. Like 462s were pretty much outdated by the 1910s to 1920s, and of course they were still used on smaller services, but the mainline trains got so long that most railroads had to upgrade into Hudsons, Berkshires, mountain types, that sort of thing, right? Like the New York Central eventually upgraded into upgraded their Pacifics from 462s into 464 Hudsons. They upgraded uh, eventually their 282 Mikados into 482 mountain types or Mohawks. With the Pennsylvania Railroad, they jumped from a 462 straight into what is basically a split 484, because that's what the duplex is. So with a lot of articulated locomotives, right, you'll have, or with locomotives with multiple sets of drive wheels, you'll have articulation, so you can have like a pivot between these two, so they can move independently of each other. With the duplex, the idea is that you still have a split drive, but they how do I put this? It's a split drive, but both sets of drive wheels are on the same frame, right? So they do not pivot whatsoever. Which does mean it's easier to maintain because you don't have to lubricate all those different bearings and such, but still kind of a complex thing because it is 2 sets of drive wheels on one locomotive, which means 2 extra sets of cylinders. Um, but yeah, so that is the T1. Phenomenal locomotive. And one of the other reasons I want to do it here is because I do mostly preserved locomotives that are currently operating or being built or being rebuilt or whatever. I do real trains, right? And the T1 unfortunately had all of its examples scrapped in the late 50s, but enough remnants have survived as well as the blueprints that the 5550 Pennsylvania Railroad T1 Trust is going through and building a new one from scratch, right? And they've been doing this. They've been working on this for decades now, I think. I don't know how long they've been going, but it's been like a few decades or so. And they're building one. They're just making a new one, and it's great. I've not been able to donate to it yet because I've been worried about bills and such, and that's a whole thing. But whatever. I do plan to, and I hope that you'll join me in donating to them because they are hoping to be done and have the thing assembled by like 2030, which is 4 years from now. hmm Mm. One of their goals as well is to break the world steam record, right? So the current world speed record for steam locomotives is held by the Mallard, um, which is a British locomotive that nearly destroyed itself while trying to complete that task. I think it went about 126 miles an hour, I think is what it was, maybe 146, something like that. But the T1, uh, of course, when it was operating, they didn't really have sufficient technology to properly document the speed of this locomotive, so they never really got a top speed, and they were concerned with more things than just being fast, right? So, with Human Trust is looking to prove that the T1 is one of, if not the fastest locomotive in the world. Even though it's probably more likely the S1, but whatever, the S1's gone. um, yeah. Well, anyways, let us go ahead and get into it. I've been talking for 10 minutes now. This is crazy. Okay, so here is what we're going to do. We are going to go into our station over here and hit create new train. And I did actually measure this beforehand. Our locomotive will fit in the shed, thankfully, even though it is long. But we're going to place our train casing right here, or just we're going to right click on this little blueprint and hit our, well, for me it's Q, but you're going to hit your pick block button, break that, hit left alt, and we're going to go down to double axles and go to the passenger bogie. Boop, there we go. And then we're going to grab some steel, specifically gray steel tanks and gray corrugated steel. So we're going to place the first steel here and here. I'm going to place the corrugated here, here. And we're going to make sure I have these measurements right. So between here and here is 5 blocks. Between here and here is 7 blocks. And between here and here is 5 blocks. Okay. So I think it is 575. Okay. So we're going to go to the 5th block right here. I'm measuring this, of course, with what am I measuring this with? With World Edit and the sister mod that allows it to um, that gives it essentially this like grid, right? That makes it easier to see what you're doing. Of course, we are going to place the little gray steel tanks on each bogie. And from here, we go to 7 blocks. So we're going to go out to here, place our next little set of drive wheels, except we're going to go for, so here, I do want to clarify actually, I just skipped through that. We're going to go down to double axles in our bogie set, and we're going to go to the long 040 driver, hit that, and we're going to right click the track so that it goes to the XL size wheels. And we'll come back to this in a minute. And then we're going to go 7 blocks over, so again, this is on the first block, this is the 7th block. We're going to go 1, 2, 3 with our corrugated, and then hit 1 with our gray steel tank. And then we're going to go down to double axles and go to the short 040. Once again, clicking the track, or right-clicking the track so that it gives us the XL wheels. So then we're going 5 blocks, or I think it was, yes, 5 blocks over. So we're going right here. 1, 2, 3. And then here we get to do our trailing truck. Going down to double axles and going to our medium 404 trailing. There we go. And then back here we're going to do 1 little tank, and we're going to make sure I have this right. 1, 2, okay. We're going to do, okay. Then we're going to do a block of gray steel at the end here. We're going to do a shaft and bracket. And then we're going to grab some girders. We're going to make sure that our train casing is set as well to our quadruple axles. And we're going to go down to the medium 808 tender. We're going to place that right about here. So that's going to be on the 8th block away, right? Here you have this for reference. And we're going to place our girders along here. We're going to go 1, 2, 3. And we have a block in between them, so we're going to go 1. I'm going to go 1, 2, 3. And we're going to place our next little bogey right there. And then we're going to do 1, 2, 3. Okay, so that is going to be our primary frame. From here, we're going to do a little bit of trickery to get the wheels to show up. So what I tend to do is we're going to break this track. We're going to break this track. We're going to set a station right here. And we're going to create new train and assemble, except we can't because we need controls. Here we go, train controls. We're going to shift right click them to place them here, so that way we're not interfering with any blocks, because right clicking this is always a gamble. We're placing our controls right on the glue block right here, because all bogies come with a little bit of glue on the side. And there we go. So now we have our drive wheels assembled. Now unfortunately we do have to right click the top of this to switch it back around, but there we go. And then from here we can go ahead and place our tracks. And so those are our drive wheels. Of course, they're not quite done yet. We still have to do our valve gear and such. Oopsies. What have I done here? There we go. Okay, cool. So from here, we're gonna go ahead and do our, what should we do? We're gonna do our pilot. Start with something easy. Work our way up. So, and I say easy because relatively this locomotive is very complex because again, it is large. Um, so we're going to grab, let's see, this copycat headstock, and we're going to throw in a knuckle coupler, but the knuckle coupler is going to be dyed black as well. So to do that, you just grab your standard dye and right-click right there, and it'll turn black usually, or it'll turn whatever color you want to dye it to. You can dye it whatever you want. I'm not gonna kill you over it. And then here we're gonna throw a forward-facing gray steel tank from Pretty in Pink, my lovely child. Um, then right here we're going to grab some copycat vertical half layers, grab some corner slices, some slices, and then back here we're going to grab a copycat vertical half layer. We're going to make sure this is correct though. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So that is on slab layer. Okay, got it. So we're going to place filler blocks here, here, and then actually yeah, that'll be fine. But we do need to break this down to go one. So 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2. Oh, hold on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. We're gonna go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We're gonna make sure those are correct as well, real quick. Yes. Okay. So here we have vertical half layers right here on the left side. We have layered Scorchia, and on the right side here we have a locometal vent. This is a new block, Scorchia locometal vent. And then we're going to mirror it to this side, and below these we're going to put some copycat corner slices up to layer 6, or up to layer 5 rather, which these are sideways Scorchia pillars. And then this center block right here is going to be a copycat slice up to layer 6 with a Scorchia, or like a layered Scorchia inside of it. I'm going to place that track right there. And then as well, so this is layer 4 right here, so same width as a slab. And then right here, this is layer 5. Okay, so then from there, we can go do behind the pilot. So we're going to do this, and we're going to go, what do we want to do? We'll go for the cylinders as well next, but we're going to place this first because this is easier. So back here, we're going to go 1, 2, 3. This is just to give the pilot more of like a streamlined aesthetic. Just giving it more of a slope to it, right? Do the same thing on the other side. 1, 2, 3. Place your layered Scorchia there. And then from here, we can go to the cylinders, which are like relatively straightforward. So we're going to go for some Scorchia locometal smoke boxes, copycat stacked half layers, some slices, some layers, and then these slabs. And while we're at it, we're going to grab this andesite scaffolding and a little lubricator right here. Okay, so we're going to first place our smoke box facing parallel with the locomotive. We're then going to place our stacked half layers here and here. And below that, we're going to do our copycat layer, just a single one, and then our slice. And then, oh, I didn't mean to do that. There we go. Okay, then just above that, we're going to place 2 copycat slabs. So, of course, this is going to be our Scorchia locometal smoke box. On the side here, we have a vertical Scorchia pillar. Below that, we have a layered Scorchia. And then I believe these two, this slice and this layer down here, are also going to be layered Scorchia. We're also going to grab our andesite scaffolding, place that there, and place a single lubricator right there. And it is going to be the same thing on the other side. So we're going to place our smoke box right here, place our andesite scaffolding here, lubricator here, slabs on top. And of course for these slabs we have the first instance of our diagonal metal support, our beloved friend, facing backwards so that the little ledge is facing towards us. And then of course a layered Scorchia right here. But we are going to go ahead and rotate that to face towards us. We're going to place our layers right here, our layer, and there we go. Okay, we have our cylinders done. And that means we get to go do the rest of... no, here's what we'll do actually. We're going to go and copy these cylinders over. Um, yeah, that works. Slash copy. And we're going to paste them right here, but we are going to break this block right here because that is a bogey and we don't want that. But of course the T1 does have 4 cylinders and they are all right here, so yeah. Okay, from here we get to do our actual valve gear, which, so the T1 doesn't have any visible valve gear unfortunately. Um, I think for the most part we do just have this big like bracing. So yeah, we're gonna go for that. But we do, actually yeah, this is fine. So we're gonna grab this toolbox, grab this copycat vertical slice, grab these half panels, this bite panel and this other half panel, and that should be good. We are gonna grab these copycat fluid pipes up here to do this little reservoir here and here. And we're gonna go one more over with our andesite scaffoldings. I believe we're gonna do that here, 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 and here as well. If I got that right. What the hell? Okay, there we go. We're going to place our copycat vertical slice right here and right here. We're going to place our half panels. Again, going to make sure I get this right. Yeah. Place those here. Hold on. Actually, this goes right here. That's my bad. I'm going to place another... We'll place a little support block right there. Half panel right here. And behind that, we're going to place some support blocks. Do our... Or actually, no. Other side. Sorry. Bite panel. On top of that, we do our other half panel. And there we go. So right here, we're going to have 2 black / loco metal parallel to each other. And we're going to do a black block of steel from Pretty in Pink, and then a sideways horizontal black steel tank from Pretty in Pink as well. And we're going to copy this design across all 4 cylinders. So we're going to do that right here as well. So we're going to do 1 support block there. Place that there. I'm going to do 2 more support blocks right here for this and this, but we do want to make sure we get this, of course, right. There we go. Place that in there, and there we go. Okay. I'm not sure if there's a reservoir on the other side here. I can check on my locomotive. Yeah. Okay. There is, in fact, a reservoir right here. Boop, boop. And of course, these reservoirs are going to be 2 copycat fluid pipes. With black / loco metal inside. I'm sure riveted would work just fine as well. And then, of course, some brackets over them to give them a little bit more detail. And then from there, we can go and copy this to our other set of drivers. But before that, I do want to make sure I get every detail in this specific area done. So we have a toolbox. We're going to grab a little bar panel for that to give it some support. Oh, come on. Bar. Oh, come on. Bar panel. There we go. And then grab our dynamo right here, which is going to be on the last block. Same here. Okay. This is going over 3. That's not right, I don't think, unless it is. No. Okay, so this should only go over 2 blocks. Got it. I'm making sure this is right. It doesn't go under the lubricator. No, it doesn't. Okay, that's just bracing. Cool. All right, and then we got our bar panels here and here. We're going to place our toolbox backwards right here. Apologies for that. I sneezed really badly. Okay. Black toolbox facing backwards. Now, I prefer them backwards because it gives more of a subtle texture and it doesn't show off as much of the gold, but whatever works. And then we're going to have our little dynamo right here on top of this first drive wheel. Okay. And then back here, relatively similar story, but of course, I mean, every story is a little different. So we're going to do... Got it, okay. So we're going to break these 2. We are going to do our half panels, bite panels, and other half panels. Okay. Cool. I see what we're doing here. So we're going to do 1, 2, and we're going to place our bite panel right here. Place our half panel just above that, and we're going to repeat that to the other side. So we're going to do 1, oh, hold on, 1, 2, and place blocks here. Do our bite panel just above that, and our half panel above that. Okay, there we go. And of course, these are, once again, our black/loco metal, which can be riveted if you'd like to as well. Our horizontal black steel tank, and our black steel block. And then, of course, I did forget my little cylinder components right here. I think I just fucked up the copy paste, so we're just going to place those there. Oh, there we go. Okay. Now to the detailing above the cylinders right here. So we're going to go to this lubricator, this copycat vertical slice. We're not going to start this pipe quite yet. We are going to go to the other side and make sure. Okay. So for some reason, I'm not entirely sure why, the T1 does have 2 lubricators on the one side. I don't know the exact reasoning for that. Again, I don't know. But it's a thing that exists. Let me do, I think it's this and this, if that's correct. Yes, okay. Okay, break those. And we're going to do another lubricator right here. And then we're going to do our internal framing, which specifically involves essentially just pipes with brackets thrown over them. It's pretty simple. If I get this right, okay. So in between these front 2 cylinders, I think in between every set of cylinders, we're going to do some gray steel tanks from Create Colored. Of course, these are my retextures, but I'll probably make this texture pack public at some point. Then we're going to go to these gray fluid pipes, also from Create Colored, or Recolored, or whatever it is. I think it's just Create Colored. We're going to place them about to, I think, the very last drive wheel. Yes, it is just above that drive wheel. Cool. But we are going to throw brackets on top of all of these, again, for a little bit of extra detail. Okay, cool. Very simple, very lovely. Then back here we get to go to, I suppose we could start on, what should we do? We'll go ahead and do, your mother, no. We'll go for the cab and the firebox, how about that? So for the cab, we're going to want some black/loco metal, some copycat stacked half layers, and some more vertical half layers. Trying to make sure I get this right, though. Yeah, okay, cool. This works. So sorry. Once again, I'm a little bit sick, so I'm going to be a little bit gross, unfortunately. Not going to go for the roof quite yet, but we are going to go for these. Okay, cool, we can do this. So, cab-wise, we're going to start with 2 sets of black/loco metal on either side. We're going to grab a filler block and do here, 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 here. Oh, that's fun. Oh. We have some leftover bits from my practice build. That's fun. We're going to do our copycat stacked half layers here and here. So bottom one's going to be our layered scorchia. Top one's going to be our black/loco metal. Same for this side up here. And then for our windows, we're going to do these brand new scorchia single pane loco metal windows. And then we're going to do one more. Or this is going to be a 2-pane loco metal window, rather. And then right here, we're going to do a scorchia pillar. Of course, placed horizontally. Same thing is going to happen right here. And then we're going to leave those filler blocks in there because we're going to need them for the roof. So the roof is relatively straightforward. So we're going to grab cut blank blackstone. We're going to grab a black loco metal trapdoor. We're going to grab some black copycat slices. And these half layers. So, first off, we're going to do our cut blank blackstone, and then we're going to place a filler block there, place our black locomotive trapdoor on top. In here, we're going to place a slice just to anchor this to the locomotive. We're going to place our slices here and here. These, of course, have black locometal inside of them. Just slashed or riveted works for this. Then we're going to do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. With these half layers on this side with our cut blank blackstone. And then with our, I think, layered scorchia, we're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And same thing on the other side. We're going to do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. But I think we're going to go up to 7 work. No, we'll just do 6. That makes more sense here. Okay. And we're going to repeat this all the way to here, I believe. I think it's a 4-long roof. 2, 3, 4. Yes, that is correct. All right. So then we're just going to keep doing this. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Lovely. And from here, we're going to break down all of these filler blocks. And we're going to go ahead and do our inner cab. So, first off, we're going to go ahead and do our blaze burner. And our controllers, of course. Controller. Okay. And grab ourselves some seats. So we're going to do 1, 2. Blaze burner, controller. Then we're going to go in here to grab our cab interior. So that is going to be 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2. Okay. So, on top of this controller over here, we're going to do a blast furnace, and we're going to do another controller. But we're going to place it off of this cut blank blackstone because you can't really place it on here. And if you try to shift click, it just does it backwards. So we're going to place that right there. And then we get to do our windows up front. So we're going to do 1. We're going to do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1. Oh, hold on. 1, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Of course, these are going to be our blocks of industrial iron plating. This is going to be my our block of black steel, and then this is going to be our clear leaded glass, of course, on layers 1 and layers 8 right here. So basically here we're going single layer and then full block. All right, and then back here we get to do our tanks and our whistle. So we're going to do 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. But I think we get to go up one more here, if that's correct. Yeah, I think that's correct. So we're going to place it just as high as possible because the T1's a big locomotive, so it gets a big whistle. And then let's see, we're going to go behind that cab to do the rest of our cab. So we're going to do. Let me make sure I'm getting this right. Did I place the doors on the outside? That's crazy. Okay. No, come on. No. There we go. And then we get to do our copycat panels and our ladders. And yeah, okay. I did not copy these slices over. Let me go ahead and do that. There. We're going to do one more black slash locomotive on either side. We're going to do our gray fluid pipe with a bracket in it. And then below that, we're going to do a copycat panel. And then to the left of that, we're going to go ahead and do our copycat half panel. Same thing on the other side over here. Get to do our panel and then our copycat half panel just to the right of that. Of course, these are layered scorchia. Yeah, that's about it. And then from here, we get to do our ladders, which I did just delete from my inventory, unfortunately. So we're going to do 1, 2 on either side. And then we get to do our doors, which doesn't really matter what direction they're facing, honestly. It's just kind of is what it is. But we are going to wrench those to get them windows. So make sure they open in the same direction, because having one go one way, the other go the other way, it's slightly annoying. Yeah. Okay. And then from there we get to go ahead and do the tender. Mm, Okay, so let's see here. Yeah, we're gonna do the tender for last. I was like, no, let's do the next thing in order. Like, no, we're gonna do the locomotive. Okay, so from here, let us give ourselves a little running board to work off of. So to do that, we're gonna go one block up from our pilot. We're gonna go to these bytes, this other bytes, this layer, this other layer. These are also bytes, sorry. And then these bytes, I'm gonna go for, actually these can be vertical steps right here. Sorry, I'm just now figuring out like several things of like, oh, these could be other things that are cheaper to produce, in fact. So I'm gonna go with a vertical step. Here we go. So byte, layered Scorchia byte. Or wait, are these also bytes? Yeah, those are also gonna be bytes, of course. Okay. Step. There we go. Step, layer, step. Grab this. Byte, byte, byte. Okay, cool. So we're gonna do our copycat steps right here. I'm going to place some horizontal pillars in them, some Scorchia pillars, of course. We're going to do some layers right here, and I believe that is going to jut out just slightly. Um, okay, pardon me. Make sure we have this right. I think it does. No, it indents by one. I see. Does not go outward. Okay, indents. Um, Back here we're going to do our little bytes. We're going to do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I think is what it is. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So, oh wait, hold on. I see. So, these two outer ones are going to be our black slash locometal. It can also be riveted if you like. Um, and then every other byte here is going to be layered Scorchia. And it's going to be the same right here, but we only have this one as bytes because it is basically just a full block of layered Scorchia. We have it as bytes just so that these textures connect. And then we're gonna do the sides of that pilot. No, you know, we'll go up one. We'll go ahead and do the whole running board right here up into the cab. Or actually, we'll wait until this last drive wheel, and we'll do the rest of it. So we're gonna do 1, 2. Oh, hold on. 1, 2. So these are gonna be layered Scorchia, and then the entire rest of this is going to be uh, our so normally I hate this block, but in this specific application it works very well because this texture is supposed to be like this texture really doesn't need to be anything, and honestly if it were anything it would be too much to look at. Because the locomotive's already like kind of like a not an eyesore, it's just got a lot going on, you know? But you are gonna go for this riveted slashed also works, but I prefer riveted black locometal. And we're gonna do that all the way up until this bit right here where you cut off this black gray pipe. Or not black gray pipe, just this gray pipe right here. Um, okay. But we are making these bytes for a very specific reason, and that'll come back later, okay? Just just trust me on this, trust the process. Um, okay. Mm-mm-mm. I'm gonna go 1, 2. Oh, hold on. 1, 2, and then we're gonna do 1, 2, 3, 4. But we're just filling this all in with bytes. It's a very straightforward process. Just make sure if you break anything that you do it with a wrench so that it doesn't just break the entire block. Like so if I wrench it, or if I control click it to wrench it, there we go, or shift click it, whatever, it breaks the one. But if I just it breaks the entire thing, right? Okay. Okay, those are our bytes, so we can go ahead and do the running board up by the firebox. So that's going to be just full Scorchia blocks. And we get to do these fun copycat stacked half layers. So on this specific level, we're going to do 1, 2, 3. And we're going to do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Again, with the top one being our black slash loco metal and the bottom one being our layered Scorchia. We're going to do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, along the side. And then along the front of the running board, we're going to do a little 90-degree angle here. Normally it would be more of a slope, but we really don't have anything that fits that profile in Minecraft, so we're just going to go for a straight angle. We're going to do essentially just a little row of copycat bite panels is what it is. In the front here, and then below that we're going to do these. So we get to do 1, 2, 3 filler block, filler block 4 in our bite panels, and then we're going to place our single stacked half layer right here. We're going to place our what is it? Our little half layer down here with our black locomotive smoke box. This is of course sideways. And then these are pillars in here, Scorchia pillars that are placed sideways as well, horizontally. And then from here, I think we do have to extend out. Yeah, we have to extend the running board out by 1 block. So we're just going to go and shift-click these and or shift pick block these to give us an MBT tag to put these all on layer 2. And then we're going to repeat and mirror the entire thing to the other side. 3, 4. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4. Then we're going to place 1, 2. Actually, we're going to... So specifically, the smoke box layer down here is only going to be 1 layer. So layer 1, layer 2, essentially, is what we're doing here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. And then we can go ahead and do the exact same thing on the other side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Of course, in reference to the firebox. And yeah. Alright, well that is going to be our running board. Relatively straightforward. Again, I'm saying that a lot in this video, despite the fact that it may or may not be. Yeah. Alright. Okay, sorry about that. Let us see here. So I think it would just be the boiler and the firebox next. We're going to do the lower bit first, just to kind of get that out of the way. But we're going to do just some bites, essentially, relatively simple. We'll worry about this pipe later, but just making sure I get this right. It's about a 1, 2, 3 stair. Alright, so sorry about that. I am very sneezy today. Okay. So we're going to do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. But we're going to break this, and then do this right here. So, essentially we're just creating a slope. So we're going to do, these are all bites. We're doing blocks of industrial iron plating on the top. We're doing sideways industrial iron sheet metal on the bottom. And then on the top again here, we're doing our industrial iron plating from design and decor. I don't want to catch you using base create industrial iron because it is fucking horrible and does not connect like it should. Yeah, okay. Then from there we can go ahead and do this little stair. Oh, that's not right. We'll just grab like a byte and make that real quick. So this stair is going to be 2 blocks of industrial iron sheet metal. On top of that, we're going to go for just all industrial iron plating to connect that up. And then we're going to mirror this to the other side. So we're just going to grab one of these. And then we're going to do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And there we go. Okay. Cool. And then on this side as well, we do have a lot of piping going on. It's like some superheater tubes and such like that. So to mimic that, we're going to go for all these industrial iron, what are they called again? The supports, right, from Crate Deco. So I'm going to go for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. But we're going to change this into a, so it's facing that way. And we can, of course, get rid of, can we get rid of this bite? No, we can't. Okay, unfortunate. I might honestly just axe that as is, because it looks kind of strange. Wrench, wrench. Boop. It's a better alternative to this. We're just gonna leave it. We're gonna leave it as is, and it'll be fine. Actually, no, we're just gonna extend it out one block each. Yeah, that's fine. That works. And then, okay. We're gonna go for this other little pipe down here. Boop, boop. We're gonna grab some copycat slices. These are, of course, gonna have our gray loco metal inside, some horizontal and some vertical slices. So we're gonna go for, I think it is, let me just confirm. It is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. Hold on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There we go. That's about right, I think. 1, 2, 3. Oh, this stops right there. Oh, okay. Damn. We are going to go ahead and add an end cap on this pipe right here. So do 1, 2, and place that there. Okay. This is just it's a corner slice. We're gonna make sure we have the right side also taken care of. Okay. Yeah. And then grab our horizontal ones. So this starts right on the firebox right here. So we're gonna do 1, and then go just below that and do 2, 3, 4, and we're gonna do another little end cap right here to despite the fact that it is inaccurate and the pipe actually is supposed to curl around the back of the firebox, but we don't have room. Yeah. Okay, well that's our whole frame. Like the entire thing, including all the running gear and everything, and the lower half of the firebox. So now we have to do the upper half of everything, which is going to be a little bit difficult, but we'll figure it out. We'll be fine. Okay, so the front of our T1, again, as is with all things, is very straightforward because all it is a block in a stair. We're gonna grab some other little things here. Don't worry about that. It is just a block in a stair. Don't fucking get on my ass. Okay. I want to make sure I did get this right though. That it's back here. Yeah. Okay. Cool. You could theoretically move it one block back, but I do like how it looks up here. So then from there, we're gonna go for, again, making sure I get this right. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. So we're gonna go for 1, 2. Hold on. What? Doesn't make any sense. Sorry, why are these half layers? Doesn't make any sense. Layer. Copycat. Layer. There we go. Okay, so that's meant to actually be just a layer of scorchia. I think this is about 3. 1, 2, 3. No, that's a whole slab. Copycat slab. Wow, okay. So we're going to do a copycat slab right there with a layered scorchia inside. And then just behind that, we're going to once more make sure this is correct and do another layer that is exactly one more layer tall. So we're going to do a layer of 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And of course, this has our horizontal scorchia pillar inside. And just to the side of that, we're going to do a 1, 2. Okay. It is a layer 2 copycat layer. So 1, 2. Then we're going to do 1, 2. 1, 2. Oh, shoot. 1, 2. Shoot. 1, 2. Okay, so slice, layer. These are all going to be horizontal. Horizontal Scorchia pillars. Okay. And just behind that, we're going to go ahead and do our black locomotive boiler with another copycat layer, just one layer above. Behind that, we're going to do an oil burner smokestack. And then behind that, we're going to do a whole line of black locomotive smoke boxes. So we're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And we're going to go for 1, 2. Or hold on, 1, 2 on our oil burner. And then from there, we're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Okay. And for once, we are lucky, and that the smokestack does actually kind of align with our little smokestacks up here on our funny little chimney. So we have this fun little effect, which I am just in love with. Hmm. Okay. Grab a boiler again because I accidentally broke that like an idiot. Yeah. So we go boiler, and we're gonna go place a black locomotive smoke box under that. We're gonna place a Scorchia pillar under that as well. And I totally almost trapped myself. Okay, we're chilling. All right. And then from here, we get to do something fun, which is segmenting our boiler. So we're going to go 1, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1. And that is one set of horizontal Scorchia pillars, and then one set of horizontal black locomotive smoke boxes. And then 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1. So that repeats 1, 2, 3 times. So we do 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, and then this is just the firebox, so we don't have to worry about that, I think. Da, 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 da. Yeah, okay. And then we're gonna repeat that to the other side. Boop, boop. So we're gonna go for one. Hold on. Wait a minute. 1, 2, 1. I think that's right. Is that correct? To put that right there? No. Okay, that's not right. My bad. Break those. I'm gonna go 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. Perfect. Okay, once again, so sorry about that. I'm still sick, still sneezy, still, yeah. Mm. Mm-hmm. Okay. Here we're gonna go ahead and do we can do the center of the boiler as well, it's pretty easy. So we're gonna do, we do the bottom of it too. We'll do the bottom of the boiler as well. So we're gonna just layer these, 1, 2, 3, 4, hold on. No, come on. Boop, 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 boop. There we go. Okay. And we're gonna go ahead and fill in the firebox back here as well, because we don't need the space for anything else, so we're just gonna do that. From there we get to do a bunch of layers, which are fun. And these are all gonna go out to about, I think, 6 blocks, or whatever is just above, because we're doing essentially like layering it by 2, so 2, 2, 2, 2. So 2, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and there we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And what's fun about this is we can also just put this on the other side. Hold on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And we can then from there just kind of copy paste it the rest of the way, as opposed to just repeating it the entire time. Um, yeah, 1, 2. Okay. Then from here we're gonna do 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4 with our copycat slices, of course mirroring the rest of the boiler. Do you want to make sure though? Okay, so no, we have our copy. These are not layers, these are slabs. Copycat slabs. There we go. Do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 in vertical copycat slabs, which they're just normal slabs placed vertically. But then you get to go ahead and do your black/loco metal in all of those. All right. And then from there, we're going to go ahead and do boop to boop, and then do copy. And we're going to paste over here /-air, so that way it doesn't fuck with anything. And also, so we're copying this, and we're hitting //copy right here. Then we're moving all the way over to here, and then pasting it, I think is what we're doing. But we're going to do the same thing again, except we're not going to copy that last block. So we're going to //copy, and //paste -a for air, and there we go. But essentially, we're just doing this the entire way. I'm just doing the one edit to make it slightly faster. All right, then for our firebox side, again, very easy. All we're doing are copycat layers. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. And then we're going to do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Boop, boop. You could even honestly leave these at 4 right there, just to give it better visibility through the cab, because you can yeah, you can do that. That's fine. I'm going to do 1, 2, hold on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then you give it more of like a sloped appearance too inwards. And yeah, the real locomotive doesn't really have that, but for ease of use, I think it looks cool. So we're going to place a bite right here, wrench that, and we're going to grab a black stone. Where is it? Come on, I gotta find it now. We're grabbing a black stone corner trim is what we're doing. I'm going to place that in this bite to make a little step. We're going to rotate it till it's facing like that. Same thing on the other side, except that's already kind of there, because, you know. Yeah. That is most of our locomotive. We're almost done with this. From there, we can go ahead and do the front little bits right here, which this is all one piece that I made in Armourer's Workshop. It's the Pennsylvania Railroad Keystone number plate with our little flat streamliner light. We've got our little marker lights right here. And I have to place 1, 2, 3 there. There we go. That way our train is safe. And then, of course, we have our little safety valves and whistle, which stick out of the top, as well as our dome. Which I don't know if it's a dome, I don't know if it's a sand dome or what, but there's a little dot right there. Yeah. If you want to try to as well, you can try to do the little sand dome hatches. Yeah. Let's see here. What am I gonna do? We're probably honestly gonna freehand this because I'm not too happy with how this came out up here. Okay, apologies. Um, yeah, cool. So, going based on my model, the dome right here is right above this last drive wheel, so we're gonna go for that. Then right behind it on this side we have the whistle. So that's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4. And just behind that we have our 3 safety valves, which go just above the front of the firebox. Those are going to go here, here, and here. Oh, not there. Sorry. Here. So this dome is a single copycat layer with a black slash locometal inside. You can use whatever block you want, but I feel like this kind of fits the best. Like, honestly, you could also probably go for one of these, which I think realistically kind of fits better, actually. For the whistle, right here, we're going to have a copycat corner slice with some Akram slash locometal right here. And then just beside that, we're going to do a layered Scorchia, both of these being at layer 2. And the safety valves are going to be 3 little copycat bites, all placed in a right angle right here. So we're going to do 1 on top of this block, 1 in the right-hand corner of this block. So again, right-hand corner, right-hand corner, right-hand corner, and then another right-hand corner right here. Okay. And then up front, we want to do these little covers for the sand dome. So we're going to go for copycat. What could we do here? 'Cause I don't want these to stick out too bad. Okay, I think I know what to do here. We're gonna do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh no, that's not gonna work, is it? 2. That's kind of the best we can do realistically, unless I want to use copycat layers and extend this whole bit out by 1. Um. Hmm. Which, like, I mean, looking at the locomotive, that would be more realistic. Is extending this bit out, this whole bit right here, out by 1. And then using copycat layers up here, or like 1 or 2, I think would make sense. But the thing that I wanted mainly was just this to be flush with this up here, as opposed to like having a little corner visible right here. That would have been kind of annoying. But I think we're just gonna go for this look, even though it's not realistically great. Yeah, this is fine. Um, yeah, this works for me. Okay, cool. Well, that's our locomotive. We're gonna add the number real quick as well, and then it definitely will be our locomotive. I don't think I've missed anything really. This isn't on the actual model. I don't know what this is doing here. That's not really a thing. We're gonna do our little 4441, which is our Bonetown system lettering. Realistically, this would be 5550. I just forgot to actually make the number beforehand. Um, yeah, okay. Well, now we get to go ahead and do our tender, which is kind of simple, kind of complex, kind of whatever you want. You know, it'll be fine. We'll make it work. So, starting right here at this block, we're going to do 1, 2. And just place them all along like that. Same thing on the other side. Okay. And above that, we're going to do some copycat stacked slabs. Well, these are just layers, whatever. Oh, they have filler blocks in there, whatever. Okay, so what we're gonna have to do, I think, is just do like a whole brick full of filler blocks. So we're gonna grab this, copy, or just like, we're gonna create like a whole brick of filler blocks is what we're gonna do. So we're selecting the entire tender space, and we're gonna just slash slash set, or replace air dirt, deselect that, and that way we can go ahead and just undo this in a minute, and it should be fine. Lovely. So, I'm going to do copycat layers, more layers, more layers, and more layers. We're basically just doing a big break. So, we're going to do our horizontal Scorchia pillars on each end here. We're going to do some layered Scorchia on the top and the bottom. And then we're going to do some stacked half layers in the center there. The top one being our black slash locometal, and the bottom one being our layered Scorchia once again. Same thing on the other side. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Make sure these are also dirt, so when you replace it later, it actually does it. squishy layers, more layers. I'm gonna break that. I'm gonna do some more stacked half layers. Right there. Okay. And now we can probably go ahead and... no, we're gonna do some of the tender roof first, actually. Um, so we're gonna grab our copycat slices, the same ones that we're gonna be used for this roof, and we're just gonna like layer these all along the top of each side. Make sure they're on top of the layers and not the dirt, because the dirt is where we're gonna place the roofing for the tender. Okay, so the roofing for the tender goes up to which block does it go to? How far back is it? Right above the left block on the first bogey. Okay. So it goes to about here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Boop. And we're just gonna replace. We're gonna do this entire bit right here. So we're gonna do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. But we're not gonna fill in the middle here because the middle is where our coal or our blackstone goes. Uh-huh. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 5, 6. Okay. We're gonna do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Why am I not just copying this? Hold on. So we're gonna select, left click this, right click that with your axe. Go over to the block just to the right of it. / copy. And we're gonna go to the last block in this row right here. Paste, paste, paste. And there we go. And we did actually fuck this up because we were supposed to get rid of... I just realized. Okay, we have to break these. Because we're not supposed to have the copycat layers with the cut blank blackstone right there. So we have to do 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So it's just the scorch air we're doing. Okay. I'm going to do copy, or hold on, again. Same thing, copy, paste, but this time we're going to do minus air just to be safe. Boop, boop. Okay. Then here we do have to do, actually, because this is the end of the tender, so we have to do it here. Okay, cool. And then from here we can do our little dirt removal. So we're going to copy that far left corner over here. We're gonna left click that corner, right click down here, and do / replace dirt air. We're gonna / deselect that. And there we go. Now our tender is hollow, which is generally actually a pretty good thing, because then it's lightweight. But so this back is gonna be a little bit of a bitch, because it's gonna be all copycat slabs. So, we're going to, are we gonna break that block? No, we're gonna save that block. But we are going to grab some more dirt as filler. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I'm gonna do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Make sure these inner ones are mangrove planks and these outer ones are our scorchius / loco metal. And for the middle one, we're gonna do these horizontal mangrove beams. And then again to the planks. I'm gonna go and break these dirt blocks right here. And then from there, we get to do some planks and some beams. So we're going to do... Actually, in here, we're going to place some fuel tanks. So we're going to do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. And then we're going to do our 21 right here. How about that? 21 fuel tanks in here. We're going to do 1, 2, 3, 4, 4, 5, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, oh, hold on. Make sure that's facing the right way. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Again, mangrove planks, beam, planks. Okay. Along the back here, we're also going to do some more of these slices. Okay, we're already looking really good here. We're gonna do, so again, 21 tanks. We're gonna go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We're gonna leave this back block. Okay. Mm. Okay. Ah, sneezy. So, we're gonna leave this back block right here. Wow, sorry. This back block is gonna be left alone. We're gonna do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. More fuel tanks right there. Okay. God, I am so sorry about my fucking sneezes. So, basically this entire bottom section is going to be fuel tanks, and then the coal bunker is going to be right in here. So, from there we're going to go in the cab over here and grab our barrel. Boom. This entire internal bit down here is going to be barrels. We're going to do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24. 24 barrels, and probably an absurd number of tanks, because I think we have... Let's do the math on this. I'm not going to count. I'm going to do this. So 12, that's going to be 4 3x3s. That's 9... What's 9 times 12? Uh-oh. It's definitely 100 something. So 12 times 8 is 96, I think. Because 84, 72, yeah. Okay. 96. And we're going to go for... I think it's 108. It's 108 tanks. That's not right. There's no way it's 108 tanks. No, I did that math fully wrong. Wait, sorry, I totally fucking failed math in high school. Okay, okay, 3, 6, 9, 12. Okay, there are 12 tanks. I don't know why my dumbass thought to do 9 times 12. That is not accurate. 9 times 12 plus these additional 12 down here is going to be... Actually, wait, no, it wouldn't... Oh my god, sorry. I cannot do fucking math for the life of me. It's... Okay, it's a 3 by 12 space. 3 times 12 is 36. 36 plus 12 is 20, is 48. Okay, there are 48 tanks, and there are 24 barrels. Okay, we're gonna write this down before I forget it. Okay, so we have 24 barrels and 48, sorry, 48 tanks right there. And okay, so let's do a little bit of math right here. We're gonna use a calculator this time because I'm actually smart. Go on my phone, calculator app. So we're doing, uh, so each chest or each barrel holds a total of uh, three slots by 9 slots. So 27 slots of items. Each slot holds 64. So you're doing 27 times 64, which holds 1,728 items per thing. And we have 24 of those, so we're going to do times 24. So we get 41, oh, hold on, 41,472 items, or I. Um, and then clear that, and we've got 48 times 8 because each tank holds 8 buckets of fuel, and we get 384 buckets. Cool. That's our capacity tag right there, which usually tenders do tend to have those, so it's helpful. Um, okay. We'll do the back of the tender now that we're kind of on that. So we're going to grab a black placard, and I have my little PRR lettering in here too, because Defensive Anywhere would love to do that. I'm going to grab some marker lights and our flat light once again. I'm going to do our ladder right here up the middle. Make sure this is correct. No. Lamp right here, markers right here and here, and our PRR right there. And there we go. Okay. Cool. I'm going to go and do our ledge back here, which is going to be an iron catwalk with some iron railings and some copycat vertical slices with iron or industrial iron sheet metal in them. I'm going to do a copycat ladder with an industrial iron ladder inside, and our train controls, and this little knuckle coupler right here. So we're going to do train controls first. We're going to shift click so that these places right there. Iron catwalk, ladder, ladder, knuckle coupler, and then we get to do our slices here and here. Oh, hold on. Here and here. Slice here. Hold on. Slice here and here. Boom. Iron railing, and iron railing. And there we go. That's all you need right there, I'm pretty sure. Yeah. That's our back. And now we get to go ahead and do the top of the tender, which there's a lot going on up here, but we'll be fine. We'll figure it out. Okay. So these first two blocks are going to be these little dots up here, whatever these are meant to be. Which these are, of course, copycat bite panels in the lower left and lower right-hand corners of the block, with pegged mangrove planks on them. Here and here are going to be our little fuel caps, our portable fuel interfaces, facing vertically here, here, and here, here. And then, as accurate to the tender, I think these open inwards. Yeah. So we're going to place them here, here, and here, and here. There we go. I'm going to do two mangrove beams here in the center, or two copycat beams here in the center, one with a horizontal mangrove beam and one with a mangrove corner trim just rotated to fit with this profile. We'll do 1, 2, 3, 4 for our little tender reservoirs. And these are copycat fluid pipes with black locometal inside of them. And then you have your little brackets over that as well. And there you go. That is the top of your tender. Now, the Pennsylvania Railroad also had their own little telephone line system, like the train phone, whatever it was. You can try to recreate that if you'd like to. I tend to not bother because it just kind of looks ugly. But you can. That would be on the back of the tender right here. And then from here, all we have to do is the coal bed and the tender cab in here. So we're going to do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So in here, first off, we're going to do 1, 2, 3 in black locometal. But we're going to do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So on the left-hand side here, we have two detailed mangrove planks, and then the rest of the entire block is going to be horizontal scorchia pillars facing towards you. And we have a mangrove cabinet, and then the same exact thing mirrored on the other side. Above that, we're going to do 1, 2, 3, 4 with scorchia pillars, and then do 1, 2. That's wrong right there. Hold on. 1, 2. Okay. Again, scorchia pillar, and then to the left of that, we have our little bracket to represent the hand crank that we apply our brakes with. And then we're going to do our little control set right there. And there you go. Alright. So, now we get to do our coal bed, which again, pretty easy. So, grabbing our copycat layer. Oh, come on. Copycat layer. And we're just gonna spam, essentially. Make sure it is kind of even, though, at the very least. I'm gonna do the same thing on the sides over here. Wah. Okay. Okay. Do one more on that one. And then in here, we just throw some raw blackstone. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Oh. There we go. That's our coal bed. And we get to do our lettering on the side of the tender, and then we get to glue the fucking thing, which is going to be a little bit of a pain in the ass as well. Okay, so Pennsylvania Road lettering. Let me make sure I get this. No, it is one block over. Pennsylvania. There we go. So one block of room on either side. Boom. Pennsylvania. There we go. Phenomenal. And that is our locomotive. Now we get to just glue the fucking thing. Oh yeah. We're gonna grab our glue. And we're essentially going to, well, first off, we want to disassemble these, right? So just break that. Break that. You're going to place a gray steel tank right there. Get rid of that. Get rid of that. And we're going to place a block right here under your little brace. And you're going to go up here. Yeah. Yes. We're going to go all the way up here to the top of our locomotive. No. We'll go right here to the almost top of our locomotive. Here to here. It's our first glue box that is gluing the drivers to the train. Then we're going to do in front of this little set of bite panels right here, all the way up to the cab, this slice right here. So up here to all the way over here. Okay. And from there we get to glue the sides on. So we're going to go over to this copycat panel. And we're gonna go all the way up. Or actually, we'll go from the front to the back. So we're gonna go this side of the pilot, all the way up to this slice up here. Same thing on the other side. Slice above the door to this little bite down here. And then because we have a little 4-axle bogie, we don't have to worry about this block up here as much as we do this block. So we're gonna go ahead and glue the entire pilot together. Okay. From there, we're going to go ahead and glue these. Yeah, we're going to glue these 2 blocks to the locomotive. You sure? I don't think that did anything. We're going to glue these 2. Hold on. I'm doing this right. Grab this shaft bracket, glue that to this blaze burner. Make sure that goes through. It did go through. Okay, we're chilling. I think that would be it, realistically. for that. Yeah, and the tender can all just be one box. That's easy. So, boop, boop. Glue down here. Okay. So we're basically placing 2 blocks out from this bite and hitting the glue here, and then we're hitting it all the way down here under this set of scorchia. Yeah, okay. And then from there we get to do little top bits. So we're going to hit glue on this little, or actually no, we're going to place a block right here. Sorry, we're going to place a block right here. Um, hit glue on that. And we're going to hit some glue down here on this little edge. Okay. That should be theoretically fine. We'll see if it won't be. Create train, or assemble train. And I guess we'll see if this even runs properly, because it might, but it also might not, so. That runs perfectly. Okay, let's go. I'm gonna go and place this track back right here. Go back in the cab over here. Oh, hold on. Controller. We don't want to hit these tankers. But let's give this thing a proper little run through the yard here. So we're gonna wrench this. Let's wrench it all the way over onto this track. How about that? There we go. Okay. This is awesome. Hell yeah. I'm so proud of this shit. This is great. Just going back it into siding back here. Get out of the way for our next locomotive, whatever that may be. Oh, look how cool this is. We got the whole fucking T1 in Minecraft. This is great. Oh, fuck yeah. Okay. Sorry, I'm so pumped. Yeah, there we go. Okay. That is our T1. Go support the build of the 5550 by the T1 Trust. If you do like this train, of course. If you don't, then, fuck off. Alright. Well, anyways, thank you all so much. Continue to enjoy these videos, please. You have to enjoy. You have to enjoy. No, I don't care. Alright, well, again, thank you. And I'll be back with more shortly. So, goodbye.